Sit down, son. Let me tell you a story. A story about a man who was put in the position to take the game into his own hands when normally that's never asked of him. The story of Luis Agulair and the Stars versus the Generals. You see, Luis is a kicker. Kickers and punters, I like to say, are war medics of the football team. Offenses get themselves into a hole, get a little stuck, and then the kicker can come in, stem the bleeding, and put some points on the board, even if it's not as many. Today, our war medic was handed the keys to the tank and told to go make hell. You see, the offense would suffer fatal blow after fatal blow, with their quarterbacks taking more shots than your average frat boy on his 21st birthday party. So it came as no surprise when, inside the 5, the Stars decided to just take the points, letting Luis connect from 22 yards out. But at the start of the next quarter, they wouldn't get nearly as close as they trotted our hero back out onto the field, this time from 42 yards out, as his shot would fire as true as it ever had. Not bad for a medic. But that shot would be tested today more than any other time in the rest of football history, as mere minutes had passed before loud gunshots rang out and the commander ordered Luis back to the battlefield. But as he stepped to grab his med kit, he was stopped and handed a sniper. "You're gonna need this." He took a large gulp, walking out to a 56-yarder, the longest of the season for any USFL kicker to this point. But hot damn, our boy's a sniper, isn't he? Then, in a scramble towards the end of the half, they were able to get close just one more time. Knowing the drill at this point, Luis trotted out onto the field. Only 36 yards from his target, he would split it like a sundae between two bananas and give his team a 2-point lead going into halftime. The war was far from over, though. The half ended and it wasn't long onto the third before more blood was being spilled. This time, just a quick patch job. Only 27 yards out and Luis was in rhythm. More accurate with a scalpel than your average surgeon, he locks this case up until the stitches break free once again at the end of the quarter. This time a whopping 51 yards from the upright. Now, 2 from 50 was a tall order, but Luis, standing at 6'3", was a tall man. Down the middle once again. Could this man ever miss? Well, he'd have more opportunities to, as his team was rounding the finish line. 18 points from Luis directly, but now they needed to put themselves out of the range of the Generals, asking our boy wonder to come in from 49 yards out in the fourth quarter. At this point, it was about as routine as it would come. And good thing, too, as the Generals would go on to score a tie in the game up. But now we have the moment where boys become men, where foot soldiers become heroes. You see, 7 for 7 was already amazing. But with 1 second left on the clock, a 55-yard field goal to win would put this game out of reach of anything we had ever seen before. And my God, 8 field goals, 2 from 40 plus and 3 from 50 plus. Luis has pretty much guaranteed himself an NFL starting job in the offseason on this performance alone.